Hello, my name is Brian Taylor, CEO of AirROS by Sage Industrial, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the difference of using our technology versus a chemical process to sanitize a room, kill molds, viruses, etc., right, bacteria. So if you're using a chemical, obviously, you're having to apply it somehow. So there's various methods of doing that. Most of them are labor intensive, where if you're using a foliar spray on live plants, you're having to saturate soil or dip plants, things like that, in different chemicals to handle the problem that you might have with pathogens. A lot of these chemicals at low levels are not very effective, so you're continually reapplying the product. There's some products that as you spray handle the mildews, handle the molds, but now the plant becomes weaker, and so it's more susceptible, has less resistance against the pressures that come up against it, whether it's pathogenic pressures, etc. And so now you're having to reapply, which is great for the chemical industry, as the cost of buying the chemicals, shipping the chemicals, handling those chemicals, there's a lot of rules and regulations around that for safety of workers, etc. Our suggestion is if you could get away from using the chemicals and become more organic, it's better for the product long term. It's better for your customers, better for the users, less labor, safer for employees. So we're using reactive oxygen to produce, I would like to say, it's a chemical that we're producing, but it doesn't require adding chemicals. So I'm using your ambient air, your ambient humidity, and able to take that H2O in the air and create hydrogen peroxide. We're able to take the O2 in the air and create the O3. We're able to create reactive oxygen that now is touching everything in the room in a gas-phased application. So I'm not misting anything. It's not vapor. It's not fog. It's gas phase. So now it's touching and moving with the airflow. And some of our half-life is 30 minutes. Some of it can last, like the hydrogen peroxide, is 2 hours to a couple days. So as the air is mixing, it's constantly mixing the sanitizer, touching everything, all the surfaces in the environment. So now you're actively sanitizing without somebody spraying. They can't, if they didn't miss this plant, we're touching every plant. So when it comes to cross-contamination, mold wanting to spread plant to plant, if it did pop up, the spores are killed as it goes plant to plant because that sanitizer is in that area. So you're not coating the plant with any chemical. You're not stopping it from breathing through the stomata. You're not causing any of the issues that a lot of these sprays can cause and make the plants weaker. So now you have a healthier plant. You can even raise humidity potentially and get better VPD numbers if you'd like, and get this nice environment where the plant is healthier, more resistant to pathogens, no sprays. Makes a lot of our customers nervous when we say, hey, go ahead and raise the humidity and stop spraying. But once you do that, you start to see a healthier plant, larger plant, better product in the end, where you end up still passing, if you're doing testing with non-detectables, you don't see those mold growth. You don't have the problem with aspergillus, etc. And now we've reduced those chemicals. Some of the chemicals that are really common to see are like the chlorine dioxides. Now a new thing for drip irrigation, and I've seen people use it in other ways, is the HOCl type chemicals. Those types of chemicals have chlorine in them. So without proper levels, you could actually have some dangers to the environment, to people. So you always have to watch how those are done. There are various chemicals out there, a lot of foliar sprays, a lot of get rid of this mold, get rid of that mold type sprays. My goal is to try to get the customers that we have, our partners, to stop using chemicals long term. Even in the food side of our industry, there's some truth that's going to come out in labeling, like what did you treat this product with? Our system is organic, has no residue, doesn't change flavor profiles, doesn't change the potency of different plants and products. So ultimately, the reduction in sprays reduces the labor, gives you a better solution, long-term organic solution that gives you the results you're looking for without all the costs. We're made in the USA, proud of that. Some of these chemicals are as well. Obviously, some are not. But we're USA made, certified, UL certification, CE, UK, UKCA, RCM, 57 countries of certifications, to have a really good product for you that'll last a long time, giving you the results you want. Most customers see that ROI, cost reduction in labor alone, even within the first grow. So We'd love to talk to you about how to get rid of using a lot of chemicals, if adding at all. Go organic, use our technology, dynamically control the sanitizer in the room using our sensor, be able to know that you're sanitizing at all times without having to use the labor that you're using now. So if you have other questions, or if I didn't answer your question about the chemical maybe that you're using and how it can be replaced, just let us know. We'll be glad to answer those questions.